what I found is the journey of just changing the mindset and coming from a place of abundance and coming from a place of evidence that good things will continue to happen. So being aware that both financially and personally, that I've been able to see changes in myself. I've lost a lot of weight. I've changed some of my habits. I see things differently. I come from a place of positivity.
Yeah.
And when you come from fear-based, it just goes in such a different direction.
Welcome to Talking with Teri TV. I'm your host, Teri Cardula. And in today's Business Spotlight, when you are passionate about your purpose, you become unstoppable. Dr. Lee Weisbard, owner and founder of Weisbard Dental, has created a 7-figure business doing what she loves, creating lasting smiles, and that is something to smile about. Dr. Lee, it's so great to have you back. You've been such a supporter of what we're doing, a sponsor of our upcoming event, and we're just so delighted to have you here again, sharing your wisdom.
Well, it is wonderful to be here. I'm very excited. I've been looking forward to this, and I'm just thrilled to be able to sit here with you and chat.
So, Dr. Lee, you obviously have created a very successful practice, and what I love about it the most is that you have created a cash-paying practice, which my background in the therapy world, very few people create cash-paying practices, let alone dentistry. So I would love to hear from you. What makes your practice so different that attracts cash-paying clients?
Well, first of all, in general, people will pay for what they want, and they complain and don't necessarily want to pay for what they need. So in our practice, we talk about being able to provide services that people want. Mm-hmm. We start every single new patient appointment in a consult room, face to face, like we're doing right now, and get to know each other and get to interview each other, because it's got to be a good fit for both of us. And I sit down and listen to what's important to them. And once I listen to them, I think people really feel empowered to make those decisions about their healthcare. We give them information, education. They can make good dental healthcare decisions. And once they've made that decision, I think it's easier for them to want to pay for it than if I tell them you need this or you need that. And I think just that philosophy has changed how we do business.
Yeah, and and I love the way you approach it, because it is kind of like you're giving the options, and then it's like, hey, you can if this is, where do you see yourself, and where do you or where are you committing to, right? And so then they get to have personal choice, and they get to have the power to make the choices about their healthcare.
Absolutely. In the dental industry, that is unheard of.
Yeah.
Most people go to a dentist. The dentist barely knows their name, has no clue what they do for a living. And the dentist just sits there, looks at their x-rays, looks in their mouth, and tells them what they need to do. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to be told what to do.
Yeah.
People want to have options, right? Mm-hmm. So at Weisbard Dental, we made the decision to change the dental experience, to think outside the box, and to be able to provide a service that people actually want, and people want to come, and people feel good about themselves.
Yes. I love it. I love it. And you just got back from Mexico.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Okay. So I think it's really important that you support your team. And when the team is empowered and the team is on board, everybody wins. So if I take care of my team, they're going to take care of our patients. And we had goals. And in November, Stacy walks into my office, and she's holding that day sheet. And she was so excited because she had taken a part in making it happen. We hit our goals, and we took care of people, and we were able to provide services that people really wanted. And everybody in our office is so passionate and empowered. And we just decided that every year, if we hit our goals, we're going to take a little retreat and go to Mexico and just relax and enjoy each other's company, and in a way get to know each other personally.
Yeah. I love it. And that's key in creating any successful business. I think having a powerful team, I hope we've created a really great team at Talking with Teri, and I think it's so important to create that as you build and have everyone on the same page and supporting the mission, right?
Absolutely.
Love it.
Absolutely.
So going back into the dentistry, because I think obviously when I have talked to you, and I've known you for some time now, I am actually kind of in shock and awe about you because you're kind of like a unicorn. You've been practicing how long in dentistry?
I've been practicing for 40 years.
And every time we talk about business or about what you do, you really love what you do. I mean, 40 years later, you still love what you do and you're so passionate about it. And obviously you're here, this is your purpose. This is what you're meant to do, right? And you help people create beautiful smiles. So tell me why like that is so important to you and the work that you're doing in the world.
So for me, a healthy, beautiful smile can be anything from just making sure that people have good maintenance, that they get their teeth cleaned regularly, that if they want them a little whiter, we help them with that. And then it can also be people who are ashamed of how they look. They can barely look in the mirror at themselves. And for them, being able to change what they see in the mirror has been tremendous. We're able to give them self-confidence. They can be better at what they do in the world. They feel better about themselves. They can be better entrepreneurs. They can be better speakers. When you're standing in front of an audience, you don't want to have a distraction. You don't want to have to cover your face or your mouth. You want to be your best self. And I feel like we really help people to be their best selves.
And I think that's so important because I remember I'm going to share a little, I had like a canine tooth that was like kind of not like where it's supposed to be. And it was one of these confidence things for me. And until I had it fixed, it was like, okay, I feel like I'm better at being confident in speaking, because when you're speaking and you're in the stages, all eyes are on you. And if you come from if something is on you that does not allow you to feel that confidence, people feel it. And you know that if you have, something going on, you have, spinach in your teeth or whatever, you're like, wait, I don't feel as confident. And it's so important, like just that little tweak, and especially for all the entrepreneurs out there, more and more, in order for us to be seen in the world, in order for us to have a bigger impact, we have got to feel comfortable and confident and putting ourselves out there, because so many times we're on the camera, we're on Zooms, we're on, Facebook Lives, we're on whatever else form of exposure that we're,
and people spend a lot of money on clothing, haircuts, everything like that.
True. That's a great
right?
point. Yeah.
People get their hair done often, right? Color, cut. People do their nails.
Yeah.
People spend all this money on other parts of their image. What about the smile? Because really, what are the first things you notice about someone? Their smile and their eyes.
Yeah.
And if they can feel good about themselves, it comes through.
Yeah.
And people see that, and they can look their best selves and be them the best they can be, both professionally and personally.
I love it.
In relationships too, if you can be comfortable and confident in your own skin.
Mm-hmm. So give me a quick example of maybe with a client that you worked with that was maybe a professional speaker or coach or someone that was in front of the screen.
I had a patient come in, her name's Shirley, and Shirley said that every time she looked in the mirror, she saw this.
I got to pause you for just a second because I just want to make sure that we're not talking about the Shirley from the Shirley Show. Because that's funny.
That is funny. But this Shirley was not the same person.
Just for clarification.
Okay. Do you want me to change your name?
No, it's okay. That's okay. I just think it's really funny.
So Shirley came in and said she felt old, worn, haggard, and it really upset her. It didn't allow her to become her best self and present herself in her best light. And she did want to speak, and she wanted to talk to audiences, and she just felt like she couldn't do that. Yeah. So with some orthodontics, teeth whitening, some crowns and some veneers, we were able to completely transform the way she looked and what she saw in the mirror. And according to her, she said that when she looked in the mirror, she just saw a different person. She felt younger. She felt like she had a facelift.
Yeah.
It gave her a completely new light in the world.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, because I think there's probably some easy hacks to change your smile. And I think you mentioned it, like teeth whitening. I think that was for me, like when I started teeth whitening, I was like, oh, people comment all the time now. And they're like, your teeth look so white. They may not be looking white today, but normally people are like, oh my gosh, your teeth look so white. Because I think there's like a hack, like is it your eye your teeth should match the inner
Color, the white of your
eyes. Is that a true? Is that true?
I've heard that. I don't know of how true that is.
Yeah.
However,
Anyways,
I will say,
now that I'm looking at you like.
and we're talking about all this dentistry.
Yeah.
But in reality, some people, all it takes is a couple $100 and a teeth whitening.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that this kind of dentistry is expensive and people can't afford to do it. Everybody needs something different. So that's why we sit down in that consult room, find out what's important to each person, and provide them those options and solutions. Because it could be as simple as just whitening their teeth.
Yeah. And you work with a lot of professionals. I mean, you really have created a specialty around.
We have people on TV. We have people who are professional speakers. I also have people in the community, leaders in the community.
Yeah.
And that's really important because those leaders in the community also want to be able to talk to people, even if it's one-on-one, and feel good about who they are.
I love it. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back with Dr. Lee Weisbard with some more secrets to her success.
Want more support in creating your success story? My products can help. Check them out. First, I have my book, Be the Magic of You, Tools to Transform Your Life. And in it, I have over 70 different tools to help reprogram your brain. Next, I have my Daily Intentions Planners. They help you create without forcing it. They combine brain science and universal laws. In addition to my book and planners, I also have 2 card decks you're sure to love, designed to support you to reconnect with your purpose, power, and potency. I also offer 2 special packages. The first is the Success Package. In it, you'll have my book and a year's supply of planners to help you bundle and save. Next is my favorite, the Empowerment Package. You can supercharge your life and business by getting all the products at one low price. But wait, there's more. I also offer a yearly subscription called the 7-Figure Business Box. Each quarter, you'll receive a physical box mailed to your home, a live 2-hour intensive training, an hour-long fireside chat with an expert in the industry, a guidebook packed with even more resources. To order anything you see here, just go to my website, talkingwithteri.com.
We're back with Dr. Lee, and you mentioned earlier that having really powerful relationships with your clients has been a game changer for you. Like, how has that contributed to your business success?
So when we built this office about 11 years ago, the architect looked at what I wanted for a consult room and said, that is absolutely too big. He said, this is a non-productive space. And I said, quite the contrary. This is the most productive space in the whole office, because in that room, that's where we build relationships. That's where people say yes, and that's where it all starts. So once we develop those lifelong relationships, those are the people who are going to go around and refer their friends, family, colleagues. They're my raving fans.
Yes. And when they're biggest fans for you, then they're going out and they're becoming like your little spokespeople, right? And
My cheerleaders.
Yeah, they're cheerleaders. And it's powerful. And you're investing back into them and they're investing back into you. And it's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
Love it.
I feel so blessed that I've been able to practice the way it feels right to me, along with my values.
Yeah. Well, and one of your values obviously is community, because you are a member of multiple communities. I see her everywhere, maybe too much. But because I see you, I'm there too. So, but share how that's been a factor for you in your business.
It's been wonderful. By being a member of different communities, I'm able to make a big impact. I'm able to be a leader. I'm able to provide information to people. I'm able to refer my patients to those people confidently, knowing that I've got an incredible network.
Yeah.
And it's a place that I can give back. And I think that's really important. When you do well, it's really important that you're able to give back to those communities and be supportive of other businesses and other people.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think that's powerful, because you're marketing yourself, right? You are out there, people know you, they trust you, they see you, and that's how you build relationships within your community, and people continue to refer to you.
Absolutely.
It's powerful. So I ran into you yesterday at an event, as of course, right? And you were sharing, it was so adorable, because she ran up to me and she's like, oh my gosh, Teri, like, I just got to share something with you. And I was like, I got to go grab lunch. And you're like, I'll just tell you. And so I loved it, and I want you to share it with with everyone, like what you shared with me yesterday?
So what I found is the journey of just changing the mindset and coming from a place of abundance and coming from a place of evidence that good things will continue to happen. So being aware that both financially and personally, that I've been able to see changes in myself. I've lost a lot of weight. I've changed some of my habits. I see things differently. I come from a place of positivity.
Yeah.
And when you come from fear-based, it just goes in such a different direction.
Yeah.
And it just all became clear yesterday that that's where it's been going. And with my evidence journal.
No, I'm so proud of you. And just we worked together, and it was just so beautiful to see this transformation. And what I love is yesterday we're sitting in this meeting, and to talk about evidence and the positivity and all of this. You were $1 million yesterday. She literally was what I call the celebrity energy. I don't know how many raffle tickets did you win?
Like 6. Every time they pulled a raffle ticket, it was one
I was
of
like,
mine.
of course. And so I'm watching her, and I'm like, of course she's winning. Of course she's winning. Of course, because your vibration yesterday was very high. People were. I just watched you in awe, going, yes, yes. And so someone at my table goes, gosh, Dr. Lee is on. I go, because she knows the secrets. And when you know the secrets, you can create by design. You get to have your own magic wand. And I just absolutely love it.
Whatever you believe to be true is true. So if you believe in negative thoughts, then that's where you're going to be. And when you believe in positive thoughts and you put out into the world all that positive energy, it all comes back.
Yeah. And it's
incredible.
It's so amazing to watch you just nail it. I mean, now you have the whole package, and I just am so excited for your next journey and what that looks like for you. And you're just going to continue to grow and expand. And you're going to be here on the next show. She's going to be like, and next we have our $1 billion with Dr. Lee Weisbard. So I'm just saying, I'm super proud of the shifts that you're making, and it's contagious. And you're going to impact other people just by you being you and letting your light shine even brighter. So
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we're getting ready to wrap up here, and so I just want to final thoughts, final words of wisdom for folks.
Okay. So number one, I think when you come from abundance, it always comes back at you. So it's a win-win. When you give first, it always comes back around. And the other thing I want to say is when there's mutual trust with your clients, your patients, whoever you work with, when you develop those relationships and you develop that trust, for us, we're able to really change who they see in the mirror, and they can go forward in the world and be their best selves and pay it forward. And that to me is just heartwarming.
Mm-hmm. I love it. That's brilliant. Okay, where can people connect with you, find you, or even schedule a consultation?
So we are on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn under Weisbard Dental. They can also call our office, 303-773-3373. Stacy will answer the phone. We'll give them information. We'll talk with them. We'll help them understand how we do things. And the other thing that's really interesting is that once they're a patient of mine, I give them my cell phone. In my opinion, if they trust me with their health, I trust them with my cell phone.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of doctors who are willing to do that, but I feel like that's what's made us very different. Yeah. And we're available and approachable to our patients. So again, 303-773-3373. I'd love to sit down, do a consult, and just see what's possible for you.
Yeah. Wonderful. And she even has clients fly in for her services. I'm just telling you I'm just saying, what else is possible? Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being your light in the world and helping transform people's smiles so that we can create more confidence, step into our power with more ease. And as always, folks, be bold, be brave, be fearless, be the magic of you. Massive love, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell to find out about my upcoming shows. Thank you for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time.